Rates spark, inflation is still too high for comfort. We will certainly know more after Thursday's U.S. inflation report. But even if it's good, the U.S. economy will still be a 3% to 4% inflation economy. On top of that, the 10 years auction tailed, and the 10 years term premium is negative. We maintain the view that the U.S. 10-year stays above 4%. We'll need a great CPI number to change that. Asia stocks eye gains, Bitcoin rises above $46,000, markets wrap. Bloomberg, European stocks are poised to extend a rally in Asia and on Wall Street as investors await U.S. inflation data that will help clarify the path for Federal Reserve policy. The dollar slid. Euro Stoxx 50 futures jumped 0.7%, tracking the gains in U.S. contracts, which added to Wednesday's advance in the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 indexes. A gauge of global equities advanced, continuing a rally this week amid expectations that the Fed will lower rates this year. U.S. 10-year yield reclaims territory above 4% as dovish outlook reconsidered. Australian monthly CPI falls from 4.9% to 4.3%, RBA to remain on hold in February. The RBA is the first of the Antipodean central banks to convene, delivering its first interest rate decision for 2024 on 6 February. Market pricing assigns a greater than 95% implied probability of an on-hold decision. Expectations for the next 24 hours, assuming an inline U.S. CPI report, the Kiwi to continue to trade between 62 and 63 U.S. cents. Can market momentum continue into the election year? Today, I'd like to revisit a key point from my November blog post, the market's run to end the year, and then cap it off with some historical election year data. Here, we will be explicitly looking at historical S&P 500 data since 1957 or at data prior to 1957. Before 1957, the index as we know it today was called the S&P 90. In 1957, it was updated to 500 names that better reflected the market. If you'd like to learn more about the evolution of the S&P index, check out this Reuters article on key dates and milestones in the S&P 500's history. Bank of Canada faces communication challenge over rate cuts, TD. Economists at TD Bank are predicting communications challenges ahead for the Bank of Canada if it cuts interest rates this spring while housing costs remain high. The Bank of Canada is widely expected to start reducing its trend-setting interest rate this year after a series of rate hikes, with cuts coming potentially as early as this spring. Thank you.